Egypt, a land of timeless pyramids, silent statues, and golden tombs. For over 5,000 years it has stood as the beating heart of civilization. But ask the world today, and they'll say Egypt is Arab. Is it? Was it always? Or has this ancient land carried an identity far older than language or religion? Let's dive into the mysterious history of the great Egypt. Our story begins over 5,000 years ago. Before Rome, before Greece, before even Arabia. Two lands existed along the Nile, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. In around 3100 BCE, a king named Narmer, or Menes, united these two kingdoms into one. Thus began the first dynasty, and with it the civilization we now call Ancient Egypt. They called their land Kemet, the Black Land, after the dark, rich soil of the Nile Valley. They built temples that kissed the sky. They wrote in hieroglyphs carved into stone. They worshipped gods like Ra, Isis, and Anubis, the gods born of African soil, not borrowed from abroad. The pharaoh was more than a king, he was a god. And for the next 3,000 years, Egypt would rise, fall, and rise again. There was the Old Kingdom, when the Great Pyramid of Giza was built. The Middle Kingdom, when Egypt expanded into Nubia, linking it deeply to other African nations. And the New Kingdom, when mighty pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ramesses II ruled with power and pride. Egypt traded with the Levant, fought with the Hittites, and even clashed with the Sea Peoples. But through all of it, Egypt remained Egyptian, not Arab, not Greek, not Roman. Yet Egypt did not always rule itself. It was invaded, first by the Hyksos, who brought chariots and bronze weapons, then by the Assyrians and Persians. But even under foreign rulers, Egypt kept its soul. It preserved its gods, its writing, its ways. Then came Alexander the Great in 332 BCE. After his death, Egypt fell into the hands of his general, Ptolemy. For nearly 300 years, the Ptolemaic dynasty ruled Egypt. They were Greek in blood, but they dressed like pharaohs, worshipped Egyptian gods, and ruled from Egyptian temples. Even Cleopatra, the last pharaoh, spoke Egyptian. But in 30 BCE, after her death, Rome took over. Egypt became a Roman province, then Byzantine. Then came the turning point. In 639 CE, Arab Muslim armies crossed into Egypt, led by Amr ibn al-As. They marched from Palestine into the Nile Delta. By 641, they had taken Heliopolis, Babylon fortress, and finally Alexandria. The Byzantine Empire had fallen, and a new era had begun. The Arabs brought more than soldiers. They brought Islam, a new faith. They brought Arabic, a new language, and they founded a new city, Fustat, the seed of what would become Cairo. At first, the Egyptians, still mostly Coptic Christians, watched as Arabic entered courts, markets, and schools. Then, slowly, over generations, it entered their homes. By the 10th century, Arabic had become the dominant language, and Islam, the dominant faith. Egypt was now part of a larger world, the Islamic Caliphate, linked to Mecca, Baghdad, and Damascus. But did that make them Arab?